Even after he parted ways with the Eagles in 2012, Reid's journey was far from over. But what you may not expect is how he would reinvent himself yet again in a struggling Kansas City Chiefs franchise. Stay tuned as we explore this thrilling second chapter in Andy Reid's incredible coaching journey. In the year 1999, a new chapter began for the Philadelphia Eagles with Andy Reid at the helm as their head coach. Reid stepped into a franchise that had been struggling for years, but he was determined to change its trajectory. His first major decision? Drafting Donovan McNabb with the second overall pick. This choice was met with mixed emotions from fans, many of whom were hoping for a safer pick. But Reid's vision was clear. He believed McNabb could be the franchise quarterback that the Eagles desperately needed. Transitioning McNabb into the starting role wasn't just about making plays. It was about reshaping the entire team. Reid instituted a modern, up-tempo offense that utilized McNabb's dual-threat capabilities. In his rookie season, McNabb faced challenges, but Reid was patient and persistent, guiding him through the learning curve. As seasons progressed, fans began to see flashes of brilliance, showing just how dynamic the pairing of Reid and McNabb could be. The defining moment came during the 2001 season, where the Eagles exploded onto the scene. With Reid orchestrating the game plan and McNabb taking the reins, they flew through the regular season, finishing with a record that secured them a playoff spot. Fans wondered if the Eagles might finally be poised to make a deep run, and Reid was just getting started. Implementing innovative strategies, Reid formed a formidable offense with a mix of sharp plays and creative formations. His distinct coaching methods set the Eagles apart, and soon, they were not just a playoff team, but one of the strongest contenders in the NFC. The relentless work ethic and their confidence grew. As Reid continued to build the team, he strengthened other key positions, bringing in talented players who complemented McNabb's skill set and executed his vision on the field. It wasn't just about the numbers. Reid fostered a camaraderie among the players, instilling a sense of unity that resonated within the locker room. The Eagles reached the pinnacle of success in the 2004 season when they battled their way to the Super Bowl. It was a dream come true for Reid, who had experienced heartbreak in previous playoff runs. The culmination of years of hard work and development came to fruition as they faced the formidable New England Patriots. Despite the heart-wrenching loss, the journey solidified Reid's reputation as a coaching genius. The Eagles' ascension under Reid was about more than just winning games. It was about creating a legacy, one that would impact the NFL for years to come. But this was merely the early chapter in a much longer story. And what was next for both Reid and the Eagles would leave fans stunned. After years of anticipation, the Philadelphia Eagles finally achieved their Super Bowl dream during the 2017 NFL season. It began as a challenging journey. Reid's successor, Doug Peterson, took on the role of head coach, fully aware of the immense pressure to deliver. The team faced numerous obstacles, including injuries to key players, yet their resilience shone brighter than ever. The turning point came when starting quarterback Carson Wentz suffered a season-ending injury just weeks before the playoffs. Many counted the Eagles out, but backup quarterback Nick Foles stepped in and changed the narrative. Foles transformed into a hero, throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in multiple playoff games. The NFC Championship game showcased the Eagles' tenacity. Facing the Minnesota Vikings, they played fearlessly. A 61-yard touchdown pass to Alshon Jeffrey silenced the skeptics, propelling them to their first Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. But the most memorable moment came during Super Bowl 52. Facing the formidable New England Patriots and their star quarterback Tom Brady, the Eagles entered the game as underdogs. The unexpected Philly special play, a trick play that resulted in a touchdown pass by Foles, became a defining moment, electrifying the crowd and leaving fans in disbelief. In a thrilling showdown, the Eagles' defense held strong against Brady's relentless drives, while Foles delivered one of the best performances by a quarterback in Super Bowl history. As the final whistle blew, the Eagles emerged victorious, clinching their first-ever Super Bowl title. The victory was not just a win. It was a testament to resilience, camaraderie, and the belief that anything was possible. Eagles fans celebrated not just for the trophy, but for the culmination of years of hope and hard work. This magical Super Bowl run solidified the Eagles' place in NFL history and left an indelible mark on the hearts of their fans. It wasn't merely a championship. It was a story about overcoming adversity, unyielding faith, and ultimately triumphing against the odds. What were your favorite moments from that historic game? Let's dive into the conversation. When Andy Reid stepped into the role of head coach for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2013, he inherited a team that was reeling from a lack of success. The challenge was daunting, but Reid was determined to change the narrative. He immediately set about transforming the team's culture, instilling a belief in victory that had been missing. His hands-on approach and innovative offensive strategies began to resonate not just with the players, but also with fans hungry for success. Reid's first pivotal move was upgrading the coaching staff and reinforcing the message of accountability. He recognized that talent wasn't enough. It was essential to create an environment where players felt empowered to thrive. It wasn't long before the results spoke volumes. The Chiefs went from a dismal 2-14 season in 2012 to a respectable 11-5 in Reid's first year. This was just the beginning. But the real game-changer came in 2017 when Reid's foresight led the Chiefs to trade up in the NFL draft to select Patrick Mahomes. This decision was controversial at first, with some fans skeptical of moving on from quarterback Alex Smith, who had led the team well. However, Reid had a vision. He saw the untapped potential in Mahomes. The gunslinger from Texas Tech brought with him a unique skill set, combining arm strength, mobility, and an instinct for making plays on the fly. Reid's mentorship transformed Mahomes into a generational talent. During Mahomes' first year as a starter in 2018, the innovation of Reid's offensive schemes flourished. The Chiefs not only led the league in scoring, but also became known for their explosive plays, dazzling fans, and baffling defenses. Mahomes captured the MVP award that season, solidifying Reid's reputation as a quarterback whisperer and bringing hope to Kansas City. Reid's success in Kansas City wasn't merely a product of Mahomes' talent. It was a collaborative effort, bringing in players who complemented the style he envisioned. Key signings like Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce created a dynamic trio that dominated the league. Their synergy on the field resulted in records being broken and a renewed excitement for Chiefs football. Through Reid's groundbreaking approach, Kansas City not only became a winning franchise, but also established a culture of resilience and creativity. Under his leadership, the Chiefs reached the pinnacle of the NFL, winning Super Bowl 54 and ending a 50-year championship drought. They proved that with the right leadership and vision, transformation was possible. So what's next for Reid and the Chiefs? With a solid foundation now in place and the league's attention firmly on them, Reid may just be getting started on an even more incredible journey. When the Kansas City Chiefs traded up in the 2017 NFL Draft to select Patrick Mahomes, no one could have predicted the seismic shift about to occur in the realm of football. This audacious move marked the beginning of a new era not just for the Chiefs, but for the entire league. From day one, Mahomes showcased a unique skill set that combined rare athleticism with an unmatched ability to read defenses. His impressive arm strength could send the ball sailing over 50 yards, and his agility allowed him to extend plays in ways few quarterbacks ever could. But it was his improvisational flair that truly set him apart, making every snap feel like a high-stakes drama. So, how did Reid harness this young quarterback's raw talent? The secret lies in Reid's revolutionary offensive scheme. By blending traditional football concepts with innovative plays tailored specifically for Mahomes, Reid created an environment where the quarterback could thrive. What does it take to transform a struggling football franchise into a powerhouse? Meet Andy Reid, a man who has not only revolutionized the Kansas City Chiefs, but also unlocked the extraordinary potential of quarterback Patrick Mahomes. From his humble beginnings as an offensive lineman to becoming one of the most respected coaches in NFL history, Reid's journey is filled with surprising twists, bold decisions, and undeniable grit. How did a junior college player rise to become a coaching genius? Join us as we dive into the thrilling story of Andy Reid and uncover the secrets behind his unparalleled success in the NFL. Andy Reid's story begins in the quiet town of Los Angeles, California. Born on March 19, 1958, he grew up in a disciplined household, where his father, a coach at the local high school, instilled in him a deep respect for hard work and dedication. Unlike many kids in his neighborhood who played various sports, young Andy found joy in the strategic nature of football. He wasn't just another player, he was a thinker. From an early age, Reid displayed a natural athletic talent that would eventually lead him to Glendale Community College. There, he played as an offensive lineman, but more importantly, he began to understand the nuances of the game. While his size and strength made him a formidable player, it was his growing interest in coaching that began to surface. Teammates noticed that Andy had a knack for breaking down plays and teaching strategies, and it quickly became apparent that he was destined for something greater than just being a player. After his time at Glendale, Reid transferred to Brigham Young University, BYU. Here, he not only played on the offensive line, but also took a huge step towards his future in coaching. Under the guidance of legendary coach Lavelle Edwards, Reid was exposed to innovative offensive strategies that emphasized creativity and a balanced attack. This experience would lay the foundation for Reid's future coaching philosophy, setting him apart from his peers in the coming years. Through his early experiences, Reid learned that success wasn't just about physical prowess. It's about vision, strategy, and the ability to inspire others. This realization ultimately shaped the man who would go on to revolutionize football coaching and develop some of the most successful players in the game. As he moved forward in his career, those formative years would become the backbone of his coaching style, characterized by a blend of discipline, creativity, and a deep understanding of the game. While he was just beginning to scratch the surface of his potential, the foundation had been laid for what would become a remarkable journey in the world of football. Just when it seemed like Andy Reid was destined to be another talented player who fell short of the NFL, something incredible happened at BYU. In the early days of his college career, Reid found himself playing a crucial role on the offensive line, but it was here that he uncovered a deeper passion. Under the guidance of legendary head coach Lavelle Edwards, Reid's perspective shifted. Not only did he learn the intricacies of the game, but he also started to see the bigger picture, coaching. While absorbing all of Edwards' wisdom, Reid realized he had a knack for breaking down plays and understanding what truly made a team tick. His fascination with strategy and player development began to blossom. In a heady environment filled with ambitious teammates and innovative game plans, Reid began to communicate his new ideas, offering insights that caught the attention of his coaches. Not one to shy away from challenges, Reid took every opportunity to mentor younger players and actively engage in coaching discussions. This experience was pivotal. It ignited a fire within him to become not just a participant in the game, but a key architect of it. He was already moving beyond the conventional role of a player at BYU, and that would set the stage for the remarkable journey ahead. But little did Reid know, this transformative period at BYU wasn't just a stepping stone for his career, it was a launch pad. Taking the lessons he learned and the relationships he built, Reid was now armed with the insights of an emerging coach, ready to step into the professional football world. The question remained, how would he make a name for himself off the field? This journey was just getting started. In 1992, Andy Reid's career took a significant turn as he stepped into the NFL as the quarterbacks coach for the Green Bay Packers. This pivotal role came under the guidance of legendary coach Mike Holmgren, whose innovative offensive strategies would become a major influence in Reid's coaching philosophy. Reid wasn't just a coach. He was a sponge, soaking up all the knowledge he could from Holmgren and the seasoned professionals around him. It was in this role that Reid started to hone his skills, working closely with future Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. Their dynamic was electric. Reid's keen understanding of the game combined with Favre's raw talent created a perfect blend for success. Under Reid's mentorship, Favre began to flourish, leading the Packers to a Super Bowl victory in 1996 and earning league MVP honors multiple times. This was not just a coaching stint, but a transformative experience that cemented Reid's reputation as a formidable coach in the NFL. But Andy's journey was far from smooth. Critics initially questioned his coaching style and play-calling decisions. Some wondered if he could adapt to the evolving nature of the game. Reid sensed these doubts, and, rather than letting them discourage him, he used them as fuel. He delved deeper into offensive strategy, mastering complexities like game tempo, formations, and quarterback mechanics. He was determined not just to participate in the NFL, but to truly innovate within it. As Reid continued with the Packers, he started crafting an offensive philosophy that was uniquely his own, one that emphasized versatility, execution, and adaptability. Little did he know, these philosophies would one day revolutionize teams and reshape the sport itself. With every game, every practice, and every interaction with Favre, Reid laid the foundation for what would become one of the most successful coaching careers in NFL history, setting the stage for his eventual leap to head coach and the challenges that awaited him. And what happened next would set the tone for teams across the league. Reid was about to become a head coach, but not before grappling with the highs and lows of his time as a quarterback whisperer in Green Bay. This was just the beginning of an incredible journey, and like any great story, the best chapters were yet to come. After several successful seasons in Green Bay, the NFL quickly recognized Andy Reid's exceptional coaching abilities. In 1999, he stepped into the role of head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that had struggled in the years prior. This was the moment he would go from a talented assistant to a commanding figure in the league. One of his first significant challenges was adjusting the team's culture and management. Reid implemented a disciplined, yet friendly environment focused on hard work and innovation. Under his leadership, the Eagles saw immediate improvement, electrifying fans, and build a fierce competitive spirit. But Reid wasn't just a figurehead. He was relentless in refining his team's strategies. Reid's keen insight into offensive schemes began to pay off, and he made pivotal moves that sparked discussions around the league. The 2000 NFL Draft became another crucial chapter in Reid's history when he selected quarterback Donovan McNabb with the second overall pick. Initially met with divided opinions, this choice would soon prove pivotal as Reid nurtured McNabb's talent, growing him into one of the most dynamic quarterbacks of his era. Fast forward a few years, and Reid had led the Eagles to not one, but 5 NFC Championship game appearances, solidifying his strategy and leadership style. Each year brought its share of challenges, yet Reid's ability to adapt kept the Eagles in the conversation as a formidable contender. But despite repeated playoff successes, the elusive Super Bowl title still lay just out of reach. In 2004, Reid finally achieved the one goal that had become a monumental focal point for both him and the Eagles: a chance at the Super Bowl. Facing the New England Patriots, Reid's squad put up a brave fight, but ultimately fell short. The defeat stung, but it did not tarnish Reid's legacy. Instead, it positioned him as one of the most respected coaches in the NFL. Through his years with the Eagles, Reid constantly innovated his offensive strategies, famously introducing new formations and plays that would set the tone for modern offensive football. His unique approach to the game earned him admiration and respect from players and coaches alike. From no-look passes to jump throws off his back foot, Mahomes quickly became the league's most electrifying quarterback, defying expectations week after week. As Mahomes developed under Reid's mentorship, records began to tumble. In 2018, he threw for over 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, joining the ranks of legendary quarterbacks. The NFL couldn't get enough of him, and popularity soared. The dynamic duo of Reid and Mahomes relished every moment of their success, leading the Chiefs deeper into the playoffs year after year. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The road was fraught with challenges, including playoff heartbreaks and doubts from critics about whether Mahomes could perform under pressure. However, the true Mahomes effect emerged when the Chiefs found themselves in a dire situation in the 2020 Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. Trailing by 10 points in the fourth quarter, Mahomes remained unfazed. He orchestrated a stunning comeback, leading his team to victory and capturing the Lombardi Trophy. Flash forward to today, and Mahomes has redefined quarterback play. Under his leadership, the Chiefs have not only achieved tremendous success, but also inspired a new generation of players eager to emulate his style. The partnership between Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes isn't just a coach working with a star quarterback. It's a vivid illustration of how belief, talent, and strategic vision can intertwine to create greatness. The Mahomes effect has reshaped the NFL, and the echoes of this extraordinary journey will undoubtedly resonate for years to come. Are you ready to dive deeper into their incredible synergy or explore the latest rumors and controversies surrounding their future? Stay tuned as we unravel even more about this fascinating duo. Andy Reid's journey from a small-town athlete to one of the most respected coaching figures in the NFL is nothing short of remarkable. His knack for nurturing talent, adapting game strategies, and creating winning cultures has left an indelible mark on the league. As he continues to lead the Chiefs and develop stars like Patrick Mahomes, his legacy only grows. Reid has proven that a dedicated mindset, innovative thinking, and relentless pursuit of success can defy all odds. As we look forward, it's exciting to imagine what he will accomplish next. What's your take on Reid's coaching philosophy? Do you think he'll build a dynasty in Kansas City? Join the conversation in the comments.